Buenas tardes con todos. Gracias por estar en otra sesión de UNI Talks. El día de hoy nos acompaña la Universidad de Essex, la representante Kili, que también fue estudiante de la universidad. Y nuestra host del día de hoy es Camila Tautiga, que es advisor. Entonces, bienvenidas, chicas.
Thank you so much, Leslie, for the introduction, and thanks a lot for having me today.
Thank you very much, Les. Thank you, Kelly, for joining us in this short uni tour. So, shall we start with the questions, Kelly?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm happy to get straight in.
Perfect.
Yeah, sure.
Where is the university located?
So, Essex is located in the east of England, in the county of Essex. And we actually have 3 campuses. So the main one is in Colchester, which is about 1 hour from London. The second campus is in Southend, which is about 50 minutes from London. And the final smallest campus is in Loughton, which is on the Essex and London border. And that's home to our East 15 acting school.
How is the lifestyle in the city of the main campus that is located, Essex?
So the lifestyle, well, firstly, it's a very diverse kind of community at the university. So the lifestyle is, very interesting because you have people from all over the world. And the great thing is everything is located on the campus. So you can get involved in everything from sports to going to the cinema, going to the theatre. There's lots and lots of things to get involved in. And Colchester itself is quite a small town. We have around 150,000 population, and we have 15,000 students in the university. So actually 10% of the whole population are students. So it's a very student town.
Okay, and it's very close to London, isn't it, Colchester?
Yeah, so you're about 1 hour on the train to London Liverpool Street, which is one of the main train stations in London. So the nice thing is, we're a little bit in the countryside, but at the same time we are just 1 hour from the city, so we have the best of both worlds.
And is it possible to live in London and study in that main campus?
You can. It depends on the course that you're doing. So if you're doing a course such as like a life sciences course, which involves a lot of lab work and a lot of contact hours, I wouldn't recommend it. But for the social sciences, where the contact hours are quite low, like if you're doing a master's, for example, it's 8 hours per week, I think it's definitely doable.
How many nationalities can we find in the university among the students?
So there are over 140 different nationalities within the Colchester campus. So it actually makes us one of the most international universities in the UK, in fact, and globally.
Yeah. And which programs have the best ranking in the university, or which areas of study?
So Essex actually has 3 faculties, so humanities, social sciences, and health and science. And I guess the ones that we are most well known for is the Faculty of Social Sciences. So we are first for politics in the Research Excellence Framework in the UK, and we are top 5 for social sciences in the Research Excellence Framework. We're strong in economics, politics, sociology, but also our School of Law is also really highly ranked and really has a great reputation for human rights in particular.
How is the dynamics of study a postgraduate degree in Essex in terms of classes and assignments?
Yeah, that's a good question. It really depends on the masters that you're going to study. So each master will differ in terms of the balance of assignments, these exams. So that's something you should definitely check on the website when you're kind of considering different master's degrees, because obviously some people prefer exams and some people prefer assignments. So make sure you're checking that on the website. But the year, the masters are just 1 year, so obviously it can be quite intense to get everything into that 1 year, but at the same time the contact hours in the UK are quite low, so around 8 to 10 hours of contact time with professors if you're doing a master's degree.
Is it difficult to be accepted at the university? Any suggestions for a strong application?
Yeah, sure. So when you apply, obviously there are courses that are, you know, extremely popular and will get, you know, filled very quickly, such as our East 15 acting school and our NHS courses. So for those, we do have kind of restricted numbers, and I'd advise that you get in your application as soon as possible. For some of the other subjects, we do have more space, but it's really competitive. So I'd advise that firstly you have a really good personal statement, because regardless of your academic transcript, what really makes you stand out is a really strong personal statement. So we want to know, you know, why you're applying for that course, what makes you a great candidate, and if you're applying for a master's degree, we want to have a bit more background on you and your you know, your reasons for applying for that master's at Essex specifically.
Yes, that is very important because the application is online, so it's the way that the university can meet like the student and the profile. So that is very important.
Yeah, because without the personal statement, all we can see is your university transcript, maybe a reference if that's required for your application. We don't know anything about you, so it's your chance to sell yourself, tell us what makes you unique and what makes you, you know, better than the other applicant that's applying.
Is there an age limit to do a postgraduate or a minimum age to start the undergraduate?
No, there's no age limit if you're looking to do a postgraduate or an undergraduate degree. There is no minimum age either if you're looking to do an undergraduate degree. However, if you are under 18, so if you're considered a minor, one restriction that we have is that you have to live on campus, and that's just because obviously as a university we have a responsibility for you as a minor.
When can the students apply to the university? Is there a deadline or?
Yeah, so if you're an undergraduate student, you should aim to get your application in according to the UCAS deadline, which is the 27th of January. Essex does Essex does accept applications after that deadline for most courses. However, if you can, it is advisable to get it in sooner, just so obviously we have plenty of time to consider your application. If you're looking to do a master's degree and you are an international student, you must get your application in before the end of July is the deadline. We're just reassessing our deadlines at the moment, but it's probably going to be around the end of July.
Does the university offer any scholarships?
Yes, that's a very important question. Yes, we do offer scholarships. We have mostly partial scholarships. So obviously depending on the country that you're from and the level of degree that you're applying to, we have lots of different options for students from Latin America. So the most common one we have is our Academic Excellence International Master Scholarship. So this is a £4,000 scholarship that is automatically applied to your offer if you reach a certain GPA, which is mentioned on our website. There's various different GPAs for different countries. So if you meet that GPA, we'll give you an automatic £4,000 discount off your tuition fees. For undergraduate students, we have regional scholarships of £5,000. And for that, we don't ask for any particular academic transcript. What we do ask for, though, is a separate personal statement in order for us to assess why you want to apply for the scholarship, what qualities you have, and why you need the scholarship. We do have other more generous scholarships, particularly if you're interested in doing an MBA. Our Dean's Award, which can be scholarships of up to 100%. Also, we have a £5,000 translation scholarship for a Master's in Translation, and an MA Art History scholarship of £5,000 as well. We also have lots of agreements with financial sponsors. So with most of the big sponsors in Latin America, such as Col Futuro, On Futuro, Cuatro Futuro, Becas Chile, and FUNED in Mexico, we have agreements. So we offer tuition fee discounts through all of those sponsors as well.
The undergraduate scholarship is only for the first year of the bachelor degree, yes?
Yeah,
apply only for the first year. The postgraduate work visa is back, as you know. Does the university help the students to find a job after graduation?
Yeah, so we have a student development and careers team. So they are there to make sure that our students, have everything they need, all the resources they require in order to find a job while they're studying, but also when they graduate, and they can also help them, planning with applying to the post-study work visa as well. So I always recommend students that as soon as they arrive on campus that they get in touch with the careers team, because there's so many opportunities and sometimes you can miss them if you're not keeping up to date with all of those opportunities that are available.
Yes, and that is very important for people that wants to extend the visa, like find a job. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because what students tend to do is they leave it to the last year or the end of their master's degree, and then they start to look. And really what you need to be doing is doing that early on and making connections and links with different companies and people, networking. So when it comes to the time of actually applying for a full-time job, you already have, one foot in the door, and you're already kind of on your way to hopefully securing a full-time position.
What is the price for an international student to study at the University of Essex?
So depending on the course that you're applying to, if you're looking to do an undergraduate degree, that will be between £16,000 and £19,000 per year. And if you're looking to do a master's degree, it's between £15,000 and £20,000 per year. And our MBA is £21,000. It's always best to check the website, obviously, to get
exactly. Every program has like a different price, but to have an idea more or less what is the price.
Yeah. So typically the biological sciences, life sciences and engineering have a higher price because you're spending a lot of time in laboratories and things like that. So that's the discrepancy in prices.
Thank you very much, Kelly.
That's okay.
So we have a guest. Her name is Ariana Hurtado and she's from Peru. Ari, are you there?
Hi, yes.
Te voy a hacer unas preguntas respecto a tu experiencia en Essex como alumna. Ya estás en tu segundo año de Business Management, ¿sí?
Sí, en el segundo año.
¿Cómo llevaste el primer año de clases?
Bueno, el primer año fue un poquito complicado porque yo estaba en Perú y tuve que llevar clases online, pero la universidad me ayudó un montón, los profesores eran muy atentos, se preocupaban muchísimo porque aprendas, porque tengas las fechas límites en la mente, cualquier duda que tenías, por ejemplo, tenía un montón de ensayos que hacer y hay alumnos que no aprovechan esto y sería una recomendación grande pedirles que lean tu ensayo o que lean tu outline antes de entregarlo, porque a veces ellos le dan un nuevo enfoque o no te diste cuenta o te faltó algo y nada, fue un poquito triste porque por la pandemia mi Uni Experience estuvo un poquito limitada, pero fuera de eso los profesores fueron muy comprensivos, me dieron un montón y la verdad es que me gustó bastante, pero ahora lo estoy disfrutando más ya que estoy en campus.
Oh, qué bonito. ¿Cómo fue tu proceso de aplicar a la Universidad de Essex? ¿Cómo aplicaste?
Ay, fue súper fácil, Leslie me ayudó con todo. Era un ángel. Yo apliqué por el ID y como mencionó Kili, tuve que hacer un personal statement. Algunos profesores de mi colegio me ayudaron a armarlo, pero al final la que le dio el visto bueno fue Leslie. Y nada, fue súper sencillo a través de la plataforma de UCAS.
Súper.
Pero eso sí, con un poquito de tiempo. No se puede hacer a la volada.
Y ahora que ya estás en campus, ¿cómo te parece la vida en Essex? ¿Qué es lo que más te gusta de estar allá?
Pues lo único que sí no me gusta es que no vivo dentro de campus porque le dan prioridad para campus accommodation a los alumnos de primer año y yo ya no soy de primer año, soy de segundo, entonces si es que hay espacios libres me iban a dar el accommodation, pero al final sí hubieron, pero me iban a avisar como en julio, agosto, si es que podía tener campus, accommodation en el campus, y yo no podía contar con eso, porque qué tal si es que no, las otras casas ya iban a estar como alquiladas y cerraban en marzo. Entonces yo apliqué a una casa en The Maltings, que no está lejos, está como a 15 minutos de mi facultad y a como 30 del centro del campus. Y sí es un poquito molestoso porque me tengo que levantar bastante temprano y tengo que caminar un montón. Porque aunque quiera tomar el bus me deja como en una parte del campus, pero no me va a llevar como hasta el centro del campus. Entonces el bus me puede dar un poquito, pero tengo que caminar. Pero bueno, ese es ya mi caso, ¿no? No tiene que ser el mismo para todos.
Claro. O sea, con eso me dejas entender. Yo también he estado en Colchester, pero me gustaría que tú me cuentes. Eso deja notar que el campus de Colchester es enorme, es gigante.
Ah, sí, todavía me pierdo. Ya voy como un mes y medio y ya me empiezo a ubicar un poquito más, pero todavía me pierdo un poquito porque es enorme. Pero la universidad tiene una aplicación que se llama Find My Way. Me parece que es Find My Way o Find Your Way, una cosa así. Pero es una aplicación de Essex y es como un Google Maps, pero dentro del campus. Entonces Google Maps no te va a decir, por ejemplo, tu clase es en el edificio tal, en el piso 3, a la derecha, no sé. En cambio, en esta aplicación tú puedes poner, tienes clase en un edificio y pones directamente, por ejemplo, hay uno que se llama CTC y pones todo el código del salón que te toca y todo eso y tú no sabes ni para dónde irte, pero lo pones en la aplicación y te dice directamente piso tal, a la derecha, a la izquierda. Entonces, con eso me he estado ubicando porque es grande. Pero yo lo voy conociendo un poquito más.
Wow, me encanta esa aplicación. Qué interesante. ¿Cuál dirías? Yo, bueno, ahora con lo que me has contado de la aplicación, para mí lo más referencial sería esa aplicación, que es algo que no existe en Perú o en Latinoamérica. Pero para ti, ¿cuál sería lo que más te impresionó de la universidad?
Lo que más me impresionó a nivel como académico, social o ¿a qué? ¿En qué sentido?
Vamos a académico, lo que más te impresionó a nivel académico.
A nivel académico, que todo está muy bien planeado. Por ejemplo, todos los assignments tienen una razón de ser y no es que todos están conectados. Entonces no es que haces una tarea como por gusto. La primera se conecta con la segunda, con la tercera, con la cuarta y así sucesivamente. Entonces todo tiene una razón de ser y me gusta eso. Me gusta también los seminars, que básicamente es cuando ponemos lo aprendido en clase en práctica, ya sea con ejercicios. Y hay una clase que me encanta, que la profesora lo hace súper como dinámica. Había un experimento social que tocamos en clase y en vez de presentar como el video en YouTube, hizo un experimento social con nosotros, o sea, pidió voluntarios y lo hicimos en clase y fue súper divertido y aprendes un montón porque hacen las clases bastante dinámicas, bastante entretenidas. Eso, me encantan las áreas de estudio. La biblioteca, por ejemplo, está abierta 24 horas. Entonces, a veces ni te das cuenta que ya son las 3 de la mañana y tú sigues estudiando y ya no hay nadie. La biblioteca está abierta y ahí está el staff para ayudarte cualquier cosita que necesites. Al lado hay una tienda que me parece que está abierta hasta la 1 de la mañana, entonces si es que estás estudiando y se te antoja un café o algo, vas y lo tomas. Y nada, me encantan un montón las áreas de estudio. Hay otra que está dentro de la cafetería. Todo esto es dentro del campus, por si acaso. Hay una que está dentro de una cafetería que tiene como una pequeña sala de conferencias y tiene un ecran, un proyector, una pizarra, o sea, te brindan todas las facilidades para que estudies, para que practiques. Y otra de las cosas que me llamó la atención, pero esto no tiene que ver como con lo académico, es, por ejemplo, para mi carrera, que es business, hay un society, por así decirlo, que se llama Essex Startups o Essex Entrepreneurs, y básicamente te ayudan si es que tienes una empresa ya en marcha o tienes una idea de una empresa, te ayudan, te guían. Claramente no lo van a hacer por ti, pero te guían, por ejemplo, con el tema legal, con ideas, a desarrollarte mejor. Entonces eso es lo que más me llamó la atención, porque en Perú no hay una cosa así de que te guíen tanto. Ya, eso me encantó. He asistido a un par de charlas y me encanta porque te ayudan hasta, me parece que 3 años después de que te gradúes. Entonces me parece una herramienta genial, por lo menos para mí, porque te ayudan a desarrollar tu propia empresa o en todo caso a conectarte con otras empresas y mejorar tu red de contactos.
Wow, increíble, me encanta. Me encanta escuchar también la alegría con la que nos cuentas todo, la ilusión, la motivación.
La emoción.
Exacto, la emoción. Me encanta que estés súper feliz. Muchas gracias por compartir estos minutos con nosotros y por dar tu experiencia. Y bueno, nada, un placer que estés aquí. Thank you, Kili, again for being with us, and Cami for being the host.
No problem at all. Thank you, Ariana, for being here as well. You're so sweet, and it's so nice to hear you having such a good time in Essex. So yeah, finally after so long waiting to come here. So yeah, thanks a lot for having me today. And yeah, if anyone has any questions, then as you know, you're welcome to contact me.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you,
I
Kelly.
enjoyed sharing my experience.
We are Essex.
We are Essex.
We are Essex.